Hello, how are you? This is Kay. Okay, so let me start the live stream today. So today is the 3rd of September on Sunday. So I will be doing the weekly analysis. And since we are in the month of September, the new months, I will be covering monthly and the weekly timeframes. So every weekend, I check the weekly timeframes, and every month end and new months, I check the monthly chart also. So that I always make sure that I check the bigger picture of the markets and see what's happening, because if I only check the lower time frames, then I may be missing something important, which are the major resistance and the support levels or Ichimoku situations in higher time frames. And that's why I make sure to check higher time frames and then break them down to the lower time frames during the week. So I will cover Forex pairs and gold, WTI, indices, and Bitcoin today, and also news for this week. Okay, so let me start slowly today because yesterday I wasn't able to upload a video because my throat was a bit hurting. Now today is okay. I took some medicines and I recovered now. But yesterday I wasn't able to share video. I was going to share a video of one of the most famous Japanese woman traders. Her name is Yukiko Ikebe. And I was going to take a video about that and introduce her strategies and her stories, but I couldn't. So next week I will take a video and share that with everyone. And because I already created the slide PowerPoint, so all I have to do is just take video and share that with everyone. And I hope you will enjoy that video. And regarding the video, I get lots of comments about my video, The Day in Life in Dubai, which is this one. So if you haven't watched that yet, please do. This is the video, Day in the Life as a Japanese Forex trader in Dubai. So I found this video to be interesting. So yeah, and I liked it. I liked to record a video in a day so that I also know what routines I do myself. And I watched the video myself after upload, and I was like, wow, oh, I do this and that every day without sometimes without knowing. I do this normally, regularly, every day. So I liked it to confirm myself objectively. So in one of these days, I think I will be making another video like this. Maybe other day we'll have some other events and other topics. So once in a while, I think I will continue to share day in the life videos. So I hope you will enjoy those videos too. Okay, so yep, good to see you again. Thank you very much for joining. I see lots of comments. Okay. Oh, thank you very much for joining my Ichimoku community. I'm sorry I cannot really pronounce your name, but thank you very much for joining. I wish you have a great Ichimoku journey in my community. And Principals and John, Philip, good to see you. Costa, Photo, Tarandeep, thank you for joining. All right, Shaikh, Global, Billionaire, and Gyan, Kevin, Pitar, good to see you. Blackwater, thank you for joining. Yeah, long time no see. Welcome back. Thank you very much. All right, Tan, good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right, Samsara says about questions, so I will cover that after I cover the topics for today, but thank you for joining. Arania, good to see you too. Thank you very much. And Regen, Pierre, good to see you too. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, BB Gaming, Lady Crypto, and Tam, Jalash, Navaneeth, and SAS, and everyone else. Thank you very much for joining today. Okay. Regarding sleeping, yes, sleeping is really important. I think you have to take at least 6 hours of sleep. If you take 8 hours, that will be the best, I think. If you sleep too long, then you may feel dull. So between 6 hours to 8 hours of sleep, I think it's good. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Prestige and FW, Costa, good to see you again. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, so now let me start officially the analysis and forecast. So I say, if you see the title of this video, every Sunday I do this weekly forecast. And the reason why I say the name forecast is because, is because I don't want to predict the future. And I'm not here to predict the future directions, but instead, by knowing what's happening among the markets through Ichimoku logically, then you can create the next scenarios. And that's why I use the word forecast. Just like the weather forecast, when you turn on TV and check the weather, how it will be tomorrow or next week, then you check the weather forecast. And weather forecast is not shared by intuition, but it has to have some logics behind. Then tomorrow will be sunny day, tomorrow will be cloudy or rainy day or snowing, and so on. So there's some logics behind, and all my analysis and all my entries and all my exits are all having some logics behind. That's why I use the word forecast to analyze the future market. So again, today is the 3rd of September and we are in the new month. So let me split the window into two. And on the left, I put the monthly chart. On the right, I put the weekly chart. And start to check from Euro USD all the way down to the Swiss franc JPY on my watch list. I trade 21 pairs on my watch list. So Euro, USD, JPY, CAD, AUD, and Pound, and Swiss franc. These are the pairs I trade every week. So, okay, let me try to fit this. So let me start from Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD, in a very short term, it's bearish. Because if you look at the weekly candles, it has been bearish for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. 7 bars has been bearish, and it broke the Kijun Sen. And in terms of the monthly chart, this is Kijun Sen retracement is now happening. So Kijun Sen is now flat. The green color is now Kijun Sen in my color setting of Ichimoku, and Kijun Sen angle is now flat. So that means the market is going down and target is the monthly Kijun Sen. So most likely next week the market reaches 1.0721 is my first impression. So I will draw the horizontal line on the monthly Kijun Sen like this. And with that in mind, if you check the weekly chart, then again, it has been bearish for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. And last week ended with a pin bar in a very tiny body and a long wick pointing up, and it was resisted by the Kijun Sen. So this is bearish confirmation by the candlesticks. So if this week market breaks the pin bar, then I think it goes down to Kumo on the weekly chart. So my view is bearish on the monthly and the weekly time frames. So that's Euro USD. So like this, I use Ichimoku 5 lines and also the candlesticks, and sometimes I use the lines, I draw the lines and resistance, support, and the trend lines to analyze overall picture. And when I start to check charts from tomorrow, during the week, I check the daily and the lower time frames. By remembering my analysis today, I check those markets in the lower time frames, and look for entry opportunities by 5 or 15-minute time frames. So always start from the higher time frames and break it down to the lower time frames. We have to top-down analysis always. Because the market tends to follow the major higher time frame directions, but the market at the same time, the new trend start from the lower time frames. If 1 minute start to go bullish, then 5 minutes start to go bullish, and then 15, M30, 1 hour to be bullish, and 4 hour daily, weekly, and eventually monthly to be bullish. So new trend start from the lower time frames, but the trend, the market tends to follow the major direction. So as a trend follower myself, I check the higher time frame first and then break it down to the lower time frames. So next is the Euro JPY. Euro JPY in the monthly is not bullish. It's above the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, and Kumo is bullish too. And the weekly time frame is also bullish. Kumo Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen is also bullish, and Chikou span above the candles. So both monthly and the weekly time frames are bullish, and that's Euro JPY. And when I see two time frames aligned together on the same direction, I mark purple. The purple means I see trending markets on either or both monthly and the weekly time frames. And I think the market goes bullish continuously. Last month, in the month of August, there was a resistance level on 160 level, and the price is now slightly below that level, but now it's bullish. So I think the market continues bullish and expect the market direction bullish. So I keep my arrow up like this and continue to look for buying opportunities. In this case, I never look for the selling opportunities because that will be against the major directions. So I always look for buying confirmations. I look for the reasons to buy in this market. And that's what I will do this week. If the market continues bullish, then the next targets will be the next round numbers. So that will be 160, 161, 162, 163, and 4, and so on. And the swing high on this market is up here, 170, which was marked in the month of July 2008. And it was a long ago, but this is a swing high. And when the market reaches there, I think the big players and like the trend follower or whoever check the higher time frames will definitely see this market level in 2008. So I mark also that horizontal line here, the resistance level, and that will be an ultimate target. So again, weekly is bullish and monthly is also bullish. So I continue to look for buying opportunities on Euro JPY. Okay, so next one is the Euro CAD. Euro CAD, if you look at the markets at a glance, maybe it's clear for you that they are both range. First, monthly chart, the price is in between Kijun Sen Kumo and Chikou span is now touching, and same is true on weekly time frame. Again, the price is now below Kijun Sen, above Kumo, between Kijun Sen and Kumo, and Chikou span touching. So in this case, in the week of the 3rd or in the month of September, we cannot read the direction, or it may continue to range. So I take Euro CAD as low priority to take trades. So I don't mark purple on this one, but I do check this market also every day, because we never know when the next new trends happen. within this week, we never know, it may break the weekly support resistances and this pair might be trending. When it does, I will take trades on this one. But so far, it has been ranging on both time frames, so most likely the market continues to consolidate is my analysis. So next is the Euro AUD. Okay, Euro AUD monthly chart is between Kumo Kijun Sen, so it's a range also as per Ichimoku, unless the market breaks Kumo bullish or the resistance level bullish, which is 1.70, it's still range. So that means in the lower time frames, the market may be very choppy. However, if you check the weekly time frame, it's bullish. Now Kumo, both Senko span B and A are both bullish. So when it's bullish Kumo, the lower part is called Senko span B, and upper part of the Kumo is called Senko span A, and they are both pointing bullish. And Kijun Sen, the green Kijun Sen is also bullish, Tenkan Sen is also bullish, and Chikou span above candles. So for the last 2 weeks, it has been retracing bearish, and it's almost touching the Tenkan Sen. But since it's bullish as per Ichimoku, the market first may be supported by Tenkan Sen or the previous resistance area, which is 1.66 level, then goes up. That's one of the scenarios. And when I see this pushback in the lower time frames, I look for an entry opportunity, and this could be one of the best pairs this week to trade. So that's one of the scenarios. And a second scenario to buy is when the market will be supported by this trend line, the yellow trend line. So yeah, it may retrace, it may break the Tenkan Sen this week, and in the month of September, it may retrace all the way down to the trend line. So if I see downtrend after the breaking of the Tenkan Sen, I may sell until the market reaches the trend line, and then it may be supported and goes bullish too. So with that in mind, I monitor chart and decide what to do. So since it's bullish on the Euro AUD, I mark purple also to remember myself. Okay, so basically every week on Sundays, I do weekly forecast like this, and I'm simply showing exactly what I do every Sunday. Yeah, if I don't do YouTube, but this is exactly what I do every Sunday to prepare for my trades next week. So yeah, that's how I think about these markets. So next one is the Euro Pound. Euro Pound is now too choppy. Monthly is range, and we have 4 dojis for the last 4 months, and Chikou span is now touching. So this is a very tricky market, and weekly chart is also very spiky. Every day there are so many wicks, and now the price is near the support. So the best way to trade on this one is to wait for the breakout of the support, which is 0.8504. So I put down arrow below that level like this on the monthly chart, and the target will be 0.8341. We can expect 160 pips to trade if that's the case. So, but most likely it's been choppy for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks. It has been ranging for the 12 weeks. In this weekly time frame also, it may not break the support this week is my feeling, but we'll see. Moving on to Euro Swiss franc. This pair is now bearish. If you look at the Ichimoku, it's clear that monthly Kumo is bearish, Kijun Sen down, price below Tenkan Sen, and Chikou span below candles, and weekly time frame also it's bearish. So I mark purple and look for the selling opportunities. And if I check closely, I find a very nice situation in terms of the monthly time frame. If you closely look at the monthly candlestick, in the month of August, happened to be a doji. Doji candlestick means very tiny body and a long wick up and down. Bigger wicks than the body itself. This is called a doji. So in the month of August was doji, and so far in the month of September is a bearish bar, the blue bearish bar. So if the doji breakout happens this month, then I think the market goes down very nice. So I think the best option is to wait for the monthly doji breakout. In this case, on the weekly time frame, it's here, 0.9513, and this is only, in terms of pips, it's only 27 pips away. So that means Monday or Tuesday, it may break the doji or the weekly support, and this can be one of the nice pairs to trade, to sell downtrend. So with that in mind, let's continue to monitor this one. Okay, next one is pound AUD. Now I'm moving on to pound base pairs. So pound AUD, monthly chart shows it's a bit tricky market. Kumo is not twisted yet. Kumo itself is still flat. And what I mean by the flat Kumo is the overall Kumo situation. You know, if you look at the weekly time frame, weekly Kumo is bullish, it's clear. But monthly Kumo overall has been flat. So that means in the month of September, we never know if the candlestick will be bullish or bearish or doji. We never know whenever Kumo's flat like this. But when you see Kumo bullish, then this week, this is a weekly time frame, so in the week of the 3rd, the candlestick may close with the bullish bar. And that's why I look for a buying opportunity. So again, for the last 2 weeks, it has been bearish, retracing, but overall it's bullish. Kumo is up, Kijun-sen up, price above the Tenkan-sen still, so it may be supported by the Tenkan-sen and goes up this week and in the month of September, and Chikou span above candles. And if the market breaks the swing high, which is 2.0, the round number, then the target will be 2.06, which is 727 pips above. So if that's the case, then pound AUD could also be one of the best pairs, so I mark purple also. Yeah, and see what happens. If the market continues downtrend this week, then most likely I won't trade. Okay, next one is the pound JPY. Pound JPY is still bullish also. The monthly chart is bullish, price above the Tenkan Kijun-sen, Kumo is bullish, Chikou span above candles, and the same on the weekly time frame. And also, one of the very significant candlestick is also in the monthly chart. If you look at the candlestick in the month of July, it ended with a pin bar. Pin bar means very tiny body and long wick on one side. So this is called a pin bar. And in the month of August, it broke the pin bar bullish. Slightly broke the pin bar bullish. And in the month of September so far, it's been ranging, consolidating. But I think because of this pin bar breakout bullish in the month of August, I'm thinking that in the month of September will also be bullish. And if that's the case, I think the market reaches 188.72 in September, which is the previous high. So I am buy biased now here. So yeah, I continue to look for buying opportunities on this one, not selling opportunities. Okay, so next one is the pound CAD. Okay, pound CAD on the monthly chart is really tricky. There was a long week, and also this is pin bar happened on the 1st of September last year. And ever since, it has been bullish, but very spiky. And it's about to break the Kumo on the monthly. And so monthly chart is really tricky. Chikou span touching too, but weekly is bullish. So in this case, I focus on the weekly time frame, but not so much on the monthly chart. So let me first put the purple before I forget. And yeah, so Kumo is now bullish. Senko span A is bullish. Kijun Sen is up. Tenkan Sen is also up. Chikou span above candles. And the price has been supported by the trend line 1, 2, 3, 4 times previously. So if this has been a pattern, then in the future, in near future, it may be supported by the trend line and goes up. So I look for a buying opportunities, whether it's a pushback or breakout of the resistance. And what's more, I like this Kumo shape. You know, one of the reasons why I like Ichimoku is Ichimoku tells us the momentum of the market by the Kumo shape, Kumo thickness. And the Kumo has been really thick here. So that means there are stable and strong buyers still among the markets. So it has been bullish. If you only check the candlesticks, then you may think that this is overextending, so it may retrace, you may think. But for me, it's not because of the Kumo thickness. I think the market goes bullish continuously until Kumo gets flat or until Kumo gets thinner. So pound CAD, I think it's a bullish trend. Okay, next one is the pound USD. Okay, pound USD in the monthly chart is range, no trend in the monthly chart. And in terms of the weekly, it's also range, retracing, I would say. So Kijun Sen flat. So I think the market goes down to Kijun Sen in the month of September, or it could be happening this week. So this is, in a very short term, it's downtrend. But in the long term, it's still bullish. So I have to wait until the price first touches Kijun Sen and bounce, and then take entries, which may happen a couple of weeks. So I don't mark purple on this one. So next one is pound Swiss franc. Okay, pound Swiss franc is also very tricky. Yeah. Does anyone trade pound Swiss franc for the last couple of weeks? This is the market to stay away, because you see the weekly chart is too choppy, very choppy, and the price is within the Kumo Chikou span touching. So every week we never know if the candlestick will be bullish or bearish or doji. So I think it's a bit risky to trade this pair. So I simply skip, and now I will move on to USD pairs. But before move on to USD pairs, let me take a drink. Water. So just hold on. I will be right back. Okay, thank you for waiting. So let me now move on to USD base pairs. So first, USD-JPY. This pair is now bullish on both monthly and the weekly time frames. First, in terms of the monthly time frame, I can see that the price is above the Tenkan Sen, Chikou span above candles, and Kumo is bullish Kumo. So Kumo itself is flat. But if you look at the price action, the market was supported by the Kijun Sen, and this is forming a potential N wave. So in terms of monthly, I think it's bullish, and weekly is also bullish too. What's good about the weekly time frame is the Kumo just twisted bullish. Okay, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen both bullish, and Chikou span above candles. In terms of the wave analysis, it has been consecutive N waves, and I think it continues this way. And if you break it down to the candlesticks, then there was a doji candlestick last week. Again, very tiny body and long wick on both sides. This is called doji. And also, if you checked my videos about Sakata Goho, if you haven't, please do. I posted some videos about Sakata Goho here, like the part 1 to part 5 candlestick patterns. So please watch those videos. But this is called outside bar. Outside bar. So if the market breaks the doji resistance, which is 147.41, then this pair I think will be another nice uptrend. So I am bull biased, so I continue to look for some buying opportunities. In this case, I don't wait for the breakout of the doji. Because of these bullish confirmations, I still look for some new opportunities before the breakout. So let's see. And then if the market breaks the doji bullish, then BOJ may intervene, so you have to be careful. But if you do the proper risk management on every trade you take, then it should be fine. So next is the USD-CAD. So this pair is range. At a glance, it's range, Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. Chikou span is above candles, but it's been very spiky. And weekly is also range. No direction, no trace. Okay, next is the USD Swiss franc. This pair is now bearish. The price below Tenkan Kijun-sen Kumo is bearish. Chikou span below candles, and weekly time frame too. So you can draw the descending trend line on the weekly time frame like this. And last week it touched the trend line. I think this was significant and ended with a doji or pin bar. So let's see if this week becomes bearish, and if you start to see downtrend in daily or the 4-hour time frames, then this week I think the market closes with the bearish bar, and in the month of September could be bearish continuously this way. So, and I think that will be the best scenario to trade, to sell. But if the market breaks the trend line, then I don't think it goes up to Kumo Kijun-sen straight, because this is retracing short-term sellers and long-term buyers are fighting. So most likely in this case, it ranges, it consolidates for the next couple of weeks. So I think this pair will become difficult to trade if that's the case. So I think the only scenario to trade is to sell if the market goes bearish from the trend line. So I mark purple on this one too. So now moving on to AUD pairs. So AUD-CAD is now range on the monthly and down on the weekly. So yeah, this has been a bit choppy too. Well, basically AUD pairs are a bit choppy recently, but I think this pair is now bearish, but I think we have some other better pairs to trade. So yeah, I think I will put AUD-CAD as low priority this week. And AUD Swiss franc is now bearish on the weekly, so I mark purple. Yeah, weekly looks nice, and monthly also looks good too. If the market breaks a support, then the next target will be 0.53, and we can expect the potential pips of 250 pips to trade. So let's see if it breaks the support on this one. Okay, next is the AUDJPY. AUDJPY has been ranging, so no trace. Especially weekly chart is too spiky, too choppy. Every week, there's no direction. So I think we won't be able to trade on this one. And next one is AUD-USD. This pair is now bearish to me because it broke the P wave bearish on the weekly time frame. And also it broke the support level of 0.64. So I am sell biased on this one. That's why I have arrow down below the P wave. And it actually happened 3 weeks ago, so I think downtrend will continue. If it does, then the target will be 0.6167. So we can expect more than 200 pips to trade. So that's AUD-USD. I continue to look for the selling opportunity on this one. And next is CAD pairs. CAD Swiss franc has been bearish. Monthly is down, weekly is down. So I mark purple. I think the market goes down and reaches 0.64, the next run number. So we'll see. I like the Kumo thickness on this one too. Monthly Kumo is a bit small, but weekly Kumo has been thicker, and also it's getting bigger and bigger, which is good also. So it shows more and more sellers in the long term are coming in, and it's pushing the market down. So yeah, this is downtrend in the long term and about to break the support. And next is CADJPY. This pair is also, this one is bullish near the resistance, but I don't like the weekly situation. It was bullish after double bottom, and the neckline breakout on the weekly it's bullish. So this was the neckline and the previous support zone, and it broke bullish on the week of 22nd of May this year. So this can be a potential new N wave like this, and now it's consolidating above the Tenkan-sen. So yeah, I think the market will break. But the question on this one is we don't know how many weeks or months it takes to break. So I think in this case, the efficient way is to put alert above the doji, which is 109.724. I will go ahead and put alert on that level. And once alert triggers, I come back and look for the opportunity. Until then, I do not take trades on this one. It may go down. If it goes down, then I don't take trades because I think it will be range or spiky. Okay, so finally, Swiss franc JPY. This pair is bullish. Yeah, Swiss franc has been so strong, JPY has been weak. So because of the both currencies, Swiss franc JPY is bullish, and I think it continues. So I mark purple. Yeah, it's reaching the swing high, and the next target will be the run numbers 166 and 167 and so on. So I continue to look for some buying opportunities on Swiss franc JPY. So that's my analysis on both monthly and the weekly time frames on Forex. So again, like this, every weekend I check the weekly chart. Today, this happens to be the end of the August and new months in September, and that's why I check the monthly chart too. Okay, so now let me move on to gold and also WTI, then move on to index. So first, gold. So gold has been very tricky. Basically, it has been bullish for the last 2 weeks, and looks like it reached. First, let me talk about the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, the market reached the Kijun Sen but Chikou span is almost touching, so looks like it's losing the direction. So this week, it may not be bullish again, but rather it may be bearish because the market has been resisted by the descending trend line. So it may be resisted this week, then go bearish. So I'm still waiting for the market to be bearish and take sell. So let's see if that happens. Okay, and next is the WTI. Okay, WTI is now bullish. It broke the resistance. It broke the major resistance level bullish. So I used to put arrow up, and now it's going within the Kumo. So I think the market will spike. It loses the direction until it breaks the Kumo bullish. But overall, it's now becoming bullish trend. All is now becoming bullish trend. So we'll see. Okay, so next one, let me move on to indices. Okay, can you still see me? There was some connection disconnected in a second. Looks like now it's back, but I hope it's all okay. Hold on, let me drink water, so just hold on. Okay, now I'm back. All right, so yeah, everything's fine. Okay, great. Thanks for the comment. Okay, so let me now move on to indices. Okay, so for indices, first Nikkei 225. Nikkei is Japan index. 225 companies combined, and this one is now retracing. After the market reached almost 34,000, now it's retracing. Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen both flat on the monthly, and Kijun-sen flat on the weekly, so my analysis remained the same from last week. I think this is bearish, and the market may reach down 30,201. So that's Nikkei 225, and next is Dow Jones. Okay, so Dow Jones is now still consolidating near that resistance. In terms of the monthly, there is no direction because Chikou span is touching. Whenever you see Chikou span touch, that's one of the things that confirms the market range. So it's losing the market direction. So that means the month of September could be bearish or bullish. We can't really tell. And in terms of the weekly, though it's bullish, the market has been supported by a trend line. I can see that there are clear 3 touches. So Chikou span above candles too, and Kumo bullish. So I think this will be a support, and the market goes bullish this way. So yeah, Dow Jones is bullish unless it breaks the trend line. Okay, and next one is Nasdaq. Alright, Nasdaq is also bullish to me in terms of the weekly time frame. However, monthly is range. Again, because the Chikou span touching and Tenkan-sen below Kijun-sen. So for the market to be stably bullish, we have to see the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross. Now Tenkan-sen below Kijun-sen, so it's ranging on the monthly. So we can't really tell whether it becomes a bullish or bearish or doji in the monthly candlestick. But weekly is bullish. So it may break the resistance level of 15,950. And okay, and this may also be supported by the trend line. So let me draw that. Okay, so if I draw it like this, then I can see that there are 3 touches on the weekly time frame. 1, 2, 3. So this one is bullish too. Yeah. So we may see a next N wave when it breaks that resistance. So yeah, Nasdaq is also bullish unless it breaks the trend line. Hold on, let me turn off the light. It's becoming so bright. Okay. Now it's getting dark very quickly here. So, okay, so next one is S&P 500. So, okay, this one is now, okay, Chikou span touching, but I like the Tenkan Kijun-sen gold cross. If you closely look at the monthly time frame, you see the blue Tenkan-sen is above the Kijun-sen now. So that means the market can break that resistance anytime. It's ready to break that resistance level bullish, like this. So I think S&P 500 looks the best among US indices. It's bullish. I think it breaks the resistance of the weekly 4607 and goes bullish too. Yeah, in terms of the price actions, I like it also because if you closely look at the weekly candlestick, the last 3 candlesticks on the weekly, this is also called a inside bar breakout. And this can be a trend reverse pattern. The market has been bullish, then it came down, then there was an inside bar breakout bullish last week. So the market may be bullish from here and it may break that resistance and goes bullish continuously like this too. So yeah, S&P 500 looks to be bullish to me. Okay, so next one is Euro stocks. Let me zoom out. Euro stocks is near the resistance and it's bullish on both monthly and weekly time frames. Yeah, if the market breaks the major resistance of 4416, which is all-time high, I think the next targets would be 4500 and 4600. So Euro stocks is now bullish, about to break that resistance anytime soon. It may break that resistance this week, so we will see. Okay, next one is FTSE 100. This market is now ranging to downtrend. Like I mentioned last week, if you first look at the weekly time frame, this is in descending triangle, descending P wave in Ichimoku way. So this is bearish. Last 2 weeks were bullish, but by the time the market reaches here, it may be resisted and goes down. So FTSE 100 overall still bearish unless it breaks the trend line. Okay, next is CAC France. CAC 40 is it's bullish on the monthly and range on the weekly. So in the month of September could be a bullish bar. But so far this week has been range and Chikou span touching. So yeah, I think we do not see any trends this week. Okay, next is German 40. This market is bullish. There was a Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross, Chikou span touching, but in this case, Chikou span just touched last month. So this time the market may be, Chikou span may be supported by the candlesticks and goes bullish. So far in the month of September has been a bearish bar on the monthly chart, but it may close with a bullish bar. It may close with a bullish bar. So that means in terms of the weekly chart also, there was a first Chikou span bounce by the candlestick, which is similar to the monthly chart. And also, it has been supported by the Kijun Sen twice on the weekly chart. So I think the market goes bullish this week or in the month of September. So German 40 is bullish to me by these findings. And next is a Nifty chart. Okay, Nifty 50 is now still bullish. Yeah, because still monthly chart above the Tenkan-sen, Chikou span above candles, and weekly too it's bullish. And last week the candlestick became bullish, and Kumo Senko span is up on the weekly, so I think it turns bullish. Okay, so next is AU200. This market is range. No trends, Chikou span touching on both monthly and the weekly time frames, so no direction. This is one of the most difficult markets to trade, because we never know if the candlesticks will become bullish or bearish every week, or doji. And finally, Hansen Index. Hansen has been range too. Well, in terms of the monthly, the price below Kijun Sen, Chikou span below candles, so it's bearish. Overall, it's bearish. And the weekly chart is now coming down. It broke the Kumo, but this Kumo breakout does not really mean anything because it's range. And Kumo is not twisted bearish yet. Still bullish Kumo and flat. So we never know how long it will keep ranging in this situation. So that's my analysis on these markets. Okay, so and finally, let me cover BTC USD. Okay, I never trade cryptos, but here is my analysis, because I know some of you trade cryptos. In terms of the Bitcoin BTC USD, it's range on monthly and the weekly time frames. So there's no direction and no way to identify which way it's going in terms of Ichimoku. Weekly chart is also within the Kumo, so in this case, the market will spike until the market breaks the Kumo. So that's the Ichimoku analysis. However, if you look at the price action, then I find something very interesting, which is the market has been supported by the previous resistance level, 25,253. So that means it's bullish. Or if it breaks the support level, then I think it goes down. Now the price is near the support level, so let's see which way it goes. So that's the weekly time frame. Okay, so I have covered all the markets that I have to cover today, and now let me remind everyone about the news. Okay, so I will put the calendar here. Okay. All right, so and I will choose this week. So in the week of the 3rd. Okay, and click apply. And let's see what kind of news we have. Monday, we have no big news. And the US is holiday, Labor Day, in Canada too. So most likely there are no trends, there are no opportunities in Monday tomorrow. And there are some big news in Switzerland and Euro. There is a ECB's President Lagarde's speech, so it may move the markets, but I think still I think there will be quiet market. And Tuesday the 5th, we have RBA rate decision in Australia. That's it. And Wednesday the 6th, we have gross domestic product in Australia, and retail sales in Euro, and the services PMI in the US, rate decision in Canada, and RBA Governor Law speech in Australia. So we have lots of big news on Wednesday to watch out. Thursday, the September 7th, we have a monetary policy report hearings in UK and another GDP report in Euro, and also BOC's Governor Maclean's speech in Canada. So some big news on Thursday. And Friday the 8th, technically in the morning time in the Asian session, there is a GDP report in Japan and harmonized CPI in Germany, and also unemployment rate in Canada. So those will be the big news. So we have a few big news every day, but I think the most important would be rate decisions and services PMI in the US. Yeah, I mean ISM services PMI in the US, this can be one of the biggest news to watch out. Okay, so that covered the fundamental analysis. So now let me again take some water and come back and do some free talk until the end of the live. So I will be right back. Okay, now I'm back. Okay, so I hope you're having a great weekend and get ready to trade in the month of September. Yeah. Okay, and next Saturday I will be sharing my performance in the month of August. So I hope you will enjoy that, either live stream or video too. And also, I will be sharing the video of one of the most famous Japanese traders, woman traders. So I will show her strategies and her lifestyle and her mindset as well. Okay. Yeah, good to see you. I see lots of comments. And Costa, thank you very much for reminding the like button. Thank you very much. If you like the live stream today so far, please press like button before you leave. That would be great. And also, please always be careful on the fake accounts of myself on the social medias. I never do Telegram, I never do TikTok, and I've seen some of my fake accounts in Twitter and Instagram. Now I call X, maybe. Yeah, so I call X or Twitter, so just be careful. There are so many fake accounts everywhere. So the best way to reach me is by email. Do not send any messages by social medias to me. Okay, yeah, good to see you. Okay, I see one comment from Sumi. He says, I have a question. If all Ichimoku related parameters look great, thick Kumo span A, span B, and Kijun Sen all bullish on all time frames, but sometimes I see the candlesticks too spiky. What do you do when candlesticks are spiky? Then you have to wait until it doesn't spike. Ichimoku shows it's trending, but you do have to also check the candlesticks. If it's too spiky, then you better choose other pairs, or simply do not take trades because it may be gambling. Yeah, I do not want to also trade in the spiky markets. Even if I do the risk management, it may be a bit challenging, so I prefer to choose some other better times to trade than those situations. So I think patience would be the key in that case. Okay. Okay, entity pairs. Let me check one of the pairs. Yeah, I don't trade New Zealand because when I back tested it with my strategy, then I had a poor performance. So that's why I don't include New Zealand pairs on my watch list. Yeah, friend, thank you very much for the comment. Get intense learning. Oh, glad to hear that. Yeah, I think the way I analyze and I put out information is a bit different because this is my original strategies and my original ways to check charts. So I do not follow anyone else's strategies. I only do use Ichimoku and some indicators and price actions in the lower time frames to enter trades and exit trades. So I try to make things simple because I think it's more easier psychologically. Okay, Joseph says, hello, Kay, thanks for your another weekly analysis. For example, in Euro Swiss franc, if on the weekly chart, the market breaks below the monthly doji, is that a valid doji breakout? Okay, let me check Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc on the weekly chart. Let's see. Yeah, weekly chart, the doji breakout. Right, weekly shows the doji last week. So yeah, if it breaks a doji, then that's a below the monthly doji, right? Yeah, so that will be the valid monthly doji breakout. Yes, that's right. And monthly doji support is also the weekly support. So if it breaks bearish, I think that will be a great movement next time. Oh, sorry, I forgot to share screen. Yeah, so again, in terms of the monthly, in the month of August was the doji like this. So if it breaks a doji support, then that will be also the weekly support breakout. And I think that will be a big movement. And it may happen this week. We will see. Okay, pound CAD monthly resistance trend line since 2018. Okay, let me check. Resistance trend line. Okay, like this. Maybe I will zoom out. And yeah, we could draw the line like this way. Right. Yeah. So looks like there was the descending trend line on the monthly charts. That means it may go bearish, right? It may go bearish. However, weekly is bullish. So if the market breaks the descending trend line bullish, then that will be a next uptrend. So as a trend follower, I expect the market breaks the trend line and goes bullish by following the weekly time frame in this case. But that's a good point. Always good to check those high time frames lines, draw lines, and keep that in mind. Y says, do you wait for the candlestick close to inside bar or outside bar breakout? Yes, I do. I wait for the breakout and trade. Bapaon, you're welcome. And Amar, thanks for joining. Good to see you. Yes, Amar, I covered those markets already. So if you check the archive, that would be great. Okay, yeah. Snowfall says, good morning. Can you please look at Euro USD daily 4-hour chart? Euro USD is now bearish in a short term. So if it's downtrending on a daily or 4-hour, then I follow downtrend still. But this may not be the best pair because this is against, this is ranging now in terms of monthly and weekly. So even if you sell, you may not be able to capture nice pips. That's my analysis. Oh, sorry, Samsara. Yes, I said I will cover your question, so let me do it now. Okay, so Samsara says, hi Kay, when you screen on the higher time frame, do you also look deeply at candlestick patterns like you do on M5? Yes, I do. For example, would you avoid to trade a doji on a 4-hour, even though Ichimoku confirmed the trend? I do trade still if Ichimoku confirms the trend, and also not only Ichimoku, but also like today, I draw the lines. I do look at the Kumo shape of Ichimoku, location of the Chikou span, and I read the momentum by the wave analysis. And if it looks good, then I don't mind taking trades in the 4-hour doji. So yeah, I do look at the candlestick patterns on any time frames. Yeah, Ichimoku Kinko Hyo is also created by the candlesticks in the chart patterns. So if you read the candlestick patterns, then you have deeper understanding of Ichimoku as well. So yes, I do watch those candlesticks. Because candlesticks are all about psychology of the market. You can exactly see what's happening every month, what's happening every week, and every day on the daily time frames. So each time frame has their own candlesticks. So you have to make sure that you don't get confused on different time frames and different situations. Sometimes you may see weekly trends bullish, but daily trends bearish. So you have to know which time frame to follow. And that's something you have to decide. Whether if you are the weekly trend followers, then you trade on the weekly time frame. If you are the daily or lower time frame trend followers, then you follow the lower time frame trends than higher time frames. So you choose which time frame to follow, and it's all up to you. Yeah, you're welcome, Samasara. Do you watch football match? I don't really watch football. Yeah, when I happen to see it on the TV, I watch, but in general, I don't really. Okay, Euro USD testing trend line up on the daily time frame. Oh, Euro USD testing the trending line up on the daily time frame. Okay, yeah. Oh, you mean like this? Yeah. I was also seeing this too. Yeah. Glad that you brought this up. Yeah. Looks like it may be supported by the trend line and goes bullish. Yeah, we will see. Okay, Ankush says Tesla on the daily did a gold cross. The candlestick is in the cloud and Senko span A is pointing up. So that's a range market. When the candlesticks are within the Kumo, then it's a range. Regardless of the Senko span A or Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, Chikou span situations, it's a bit risky to trade. I think the market will spike until the market breaks the Kumo. Okay, Kaio says, hello sensei, could you briefly talk about cycle count in Kyushu Ashi? I would love to see this concept again. Oh, since you're the Ichimoku member, you have lots of videos in Discord. So please simply type Kyushu Ashi and you can find so many videos. I think that's better than explaining here from beginning. Kyushu Ashi is one of the techniques to capture the market trends, and this is another Ichimoku original strategy. Hold on. Oh, there is no hide candlesticks. Oh, here. Okay. Yeah. So this is Kyushu Ashi, and yeah, you have to check cycles on each Kyushu Ashi, and cycles are usually followed by the Kihon Suchi numbers. So you can check the major direction. Like a Euro USD is now it's bullish because the Kyushu Ashi is now showing bullish. And if you check the weekly on the Euro USD's range, Kyushu Ashi is now bullish and bearish. It's a range. Yeah, Kyushu Ashi is really effective and easy to read the market. Yeah, in terms of the Euro JPY, I'm sure it's bullish, right? Bullish Kyushu Ashi ever since 22nd of March. So until you see the bearish Kyushu Ashi, you can still keep watching and keep looking for a buying confirmations. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, Snowfall says, what pairs do you think would be moving the most this week, as there's a lot of news? I think the best pair is let me check the weekly basis. Pound AUD could be good if it breaks the 2.0. Yeah, I think pound pairs. USDs are also good, but I think pound. Yeah, Euro JPY also may be good. Euro JPY is near the resistance, so it's good if it breaks. And pound AUD. Yeah, pound CAD is range, and there are also previous resistance levels nearby. So this may not be the best. I like the Kumo shape, so I think it continues bullish in the long term, but I think it will be slow. Sometimes it may be resisted by one of these levels, then goes down as it goes bullish. So it may take time to make profits on this situation. Yeah, and USD-JPY is also bullish. Yeah, USD-JPY is also bullish. I think it reaches 151, but before it reaches, BOJ may intervene, so you have to be careful. Yeah, but that's my analysis on these markets. Okay, do you not touch the market if the candles are in the Kumo? Right. I don't. Samsara says, I don't see you often trade the patterns of 3 white soldiers, like 3 consecutive bullish bars. Yeah, I don't use that patterns to trade. Yeah, because I found that 3 soldiers are more effective in stock markets than Forex. So I don't use that in Forex markets. Okay, so it's been more than 1 hour now, so I think I'll finish the live for today. But again, thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much for your comments also on my videos. So I will continue to share more interesting videos to everyone. And also, I hope you're enjoying some short videos. Yeah. Again, if you come to my YouTube, you can click on the shorts section. Here, shorts section. And I've been posting some short videos so that they may fill the gap on your knowledge, and you may be able to recall some of the important theories of Ichimoku or some psychologies. So I will keep making some shorts, so I hope you enjoy these ones as well as the videos. Okay, so again, thank you very much. I hope we have a great weekend. Oh, JJ, no, today no. There is no membership live stream. Okay, and yeah, I will see you on the next one. So until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay gold. Okay, bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thank you very much.